Josef, welcome to Talk Satellite, and wonderful to have this opportunity to work with you again.
Yeah, very good. Hello, Kevin. Thanks for having me. It's good. It's almost a tradition. We meet at least once a year during GovSatCom, so it's good to talk to you again.
So, green light for GovSat-2. Please take us through the process GovSat has been through to gain this position.
Absolutely. I think this is a long process, a long way that we went through, and it has different angles. Because first of all, we are also a commercial company, so we need to earn our credit and also our money ourselves. So we needed to justify and convince our shareholders that it's worth investing into a new satellite program, because over the past couple of years, we've been very successful in marketing our satellite capacity, our satellite services, and also position ourselves in this niche market of a government SATCOM operator. And I think this paved the way also for the future GovSat-2 program, because on the GovSat-1 satellite, we have a lot of capacity already sold, so we are in a very good position there. And this convinced our shareholders and strengthened our track record in delivering reliable satellite communication services, and this paved the way for the GovSat-2 program. So this was the first thing, convincing our shareholders that it's a good idea to go forward with this. Then we were looking for a suitable partner that actually can deliver such a capability, and we have done a RFI and RFP process, which took some time, was a lot of work for the team, and we've done this with the SES satellite procurement team because they have a lot of experience and a lot of engineering capability to also assess all the responses that we got from vendors across the world. And we have decided to go with Thales Alenia Space. So we are now at a very interesting stage because we have started early. So we invested already from our own capital, from our own cash flow. We invested already into this, and we went through an authorization to proceed phase, so an ATP phase, where a lot of design work, optimization of the payload, positioning of the various antennas on the pallets, etc. So all this optimization phase has been done. So even we've been waiting also for the parliamentary approval. We have already started working because we were very confident that we will finally make it, and we made it. So if you have listened a bit to the media and read the press releases, and of course we've been following the parliamentary vote and also the Minister Bakke's speech. We've been following this in our live stream, so we put our computers aside and we were watching TV. For this 45 minutes, which was good. And 4 weeks ago, approximately, the GovSat-2 financing law has passed Parliament, so which is good. So we are now waiting for the equity injection from both shareholders into the company, so that we can actually move forward and go from the previous authorization to proceed phase to a NTP phase, so the notification to proceed. So this is very good, and we're looking forward to this step. And if all goes well, should be in the next days, in the next weeks, we should have then the final signature, and this kicks off the GovSat-2 program.
Space very much a contested domain now. What does this mean for GovSat when designing GovSat-2 and the system?
It's been also a challenge from a technical standpoint, because and I think we talked about this in our previous interviews, that the current GovSat-1 satellite is a satellite that has a certain hardening to call itself a military spacecraft, and we want to take this capability to the next level. And it has been addressed also today during some of the keynote speeches that we are going to the next service assurance level in NATO language, to the service assurance level 2, which means that the satellite itself, the spacecraft, will have dedicated features, including hardening against jamming, against all kind of different attacks and threat scenarios. So this is one point, the spacecraft. And on top of this, it's also a technical challenge, and will become a technical challenge that will keep us busy for the next months and years until the launch date, because we need to see the satellite as an entire system. So it's not just the spacecraft, but the communication service is including the ground, and the ground segment as well will be a challenge that we need to solve, because we need to have also the ground protected against certain threat scenarios. And just putting up an antenna and an HPA next to it, this will not work for the GovSat-2 program. So we need to really find the right partners here and work together with our customers, with suppliers, also with the government, put something there for the ground segment that enables us to go to the next level.
Do you foresee your business model changing to incorporate GovSat-2, and where you are with securing new customers?
Yes, it will be changing slightly, because we are going to introduce another financing mechanism. Let's keep this aside for a while, because I think that in general speaking, we've been successful because we are accessible via many different means. You can establish a commercial contract if we are lucky to win an RFP process when customers tender out requirements that we then address and respond to. This is of course the commercial standard way how to win business. But as we are a 50-50 public-private joint venture, we have also access to the governmental platforms that actually bring demand and supply together in form of usually a automated IT platform. So just to mention, it's the EDA program that has this capability. So the European Defence Agency has the means and also the possibility to bring demand and supply together. And we are here acting as the government supplier for military frequencies and military SATCOM services on behalf of the Luxembourg government. There are also other ways, for example, like in the NATO partnership. So we've been successfully collaborating with the other partner nations, supplying core frequencies and SATCOM capabilities to NATO. So this is another means how to get access to GovSat. And last not least, of course, we closely collaborate with the Luxembourg government, and there is always the possibility to establish an intergovernmental MOU, where then different services, including satellite services, can be described, can be traded against others. So this is always a good opportunity to collaborate on an international level. So now coming to the new element that we have put, and this is new because if you listened carefully to Minister Backe's announcement in the parliamentary vote, so the financing law does not only include the money and the equity injection into GovSat to actually procure the GovSat-2 spacecraft, but it also contains quite a significant amount of money as a financing mechanism for intergovernmental collaboration. So it's a pass-through, if I may call it like this, of funds that enable other allied nations to come to Luxembourg, to come to the government, and ultimately also to GovSat to secure capacities in form of raw capacity, megahertz, in form of, for example, steerable beams, and to have this done until launch. So pre-launch. This is a mechanism that is available pre-launch, and this is the new element that we now try to have customers on board for a long time. So not only for a certain contract that needs renewal every 3, 4, 5 years, but really a long-term, a lifetime commitment for partner nations into this shared capability. So I think this is the new element that was not there when we launched GovSat-1, but now it's a new method of collaboration in between allied nations.
So sovereignty, resilience, multi-orbit, all part of your offering and very topical at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. So just taking literally, so resilience means that you have more than one, otherwise you're not resilient. And I think this is also a strong statement that with a second military satellite, we have inside the company, we have resilience with 2 spacecraft. So this is one of the first steps, of course. And resilience means as well, not only that we have 2 satellites, but also our customers has a variety of services to choose from. Because many of our customers, they have not only, for example, WGS or their own national satellite program, but they have several. This is what resilience means. We have more than one. So we will have more than one satellite, and our customers will also have more than one communication means at their fingertips in terms of governmental geo offerings. Resilience, of course, means that we, as a satellite operator, we try to diversify and integrate our service offerings, because what we do, we can integrate and also service manage services and capacities that maybe are commercial. We do it already. So we commercialize in-house Ku-band capacity for our military customers. So this is a way how to get resilience. And sovereignty for me means it should feel as if it was your own. This is a bit our philosophy. So you're not coming to a service provider, but we make our customers feel that if it was their own capability. This is what means sovereign. And sovereign can be in a flavor of you have your capacity on a long-term agreement. This also means that you could have a steerable beam at your fingertips, and you determine what happens and where you deploy your capacity and your services. So this is what sovereignty means for us. And we have several customers. We have a diversified service offering from which customers can choose from. And multi-orbit, last not least, and I think we mentioned this also the last time when we spoke. we have the capability in our Mission Operations Center to integrate also a multi-orbit offering. And we do it currently as the Network Operations Center for the MEO Global Services program that is a part of the Global SATCOM Support Partnership or Globally Commercially Contracted SATCOM Support Partnership under the management of the NATO Support and Procurement Agency. We have this capability and we diversify also in the service.
Okay, so GovSatCom is now operational and GovSat feeds into there. What can we expect from this project as it develops?
So the GovSatCom program means that there was a development ongoing to develop a platform again where supply and demand comes together on a very European level. So, and the GovSatCom hub is something that has been now put in place. It's now active. It has been set live. The GovSat in the very early phases, we were one of the first movers into this program because GovSatCom is a trading platform for hard governmental and robust services. And we have introduced now a number of service offerings into this platform. So all the European nations from the EU 27 nations, they can now go and look up their service offerings or service offerings that are in this catalog. And if this contains X-band capacity, military K-band capacity, so raw capacity in general, or if this also includes managed services. So this is now something that we have put a number of services into this hub. And now customers, they are looking for the possibilities to actually activate their national individual tokens. As a startup support for this GovSatCom platform, there's a certain budget set aside from the European Commission, translated into tokens. That is, depending on the national size of the inhabitants, it's distributed across the different EU member states, and now it can be traded in for services, raw capacity or managed services. So we are part of GovSatCom, the GovSatCom hub, and we have our service offerings in there. And I think it will develop even further, because if you have checked the future IRIS² setup, and Commissioner Kobelius mentioned it in his opening speech this morning, then the GovSatCom hub is a precursor for IRIS², because the GovSatCom hub will be the platform that contains all the IRIS² service offerings, out of which customers can choose, and then through an automated process, this will then be directed, let's say, to the larger IRIS² environment without going to too much detail here, and then the service delivery can actually happen. So we are there at the forefront, even though IRIS² will be MEO and LEO, but it started with a GEO offering, and we are part of it.
Josef, thank you very much. And of course, we wish you every success with GovSat-2.
Many thanks, Kevin. It's going to be hard work, and I'm really looking forward to speaking to you the next time and telling you what we've achieved.